one sentence, and then I'll let you talk because you talked 80% of it.
Pussy. You hate science.
Alec.
You hate trans people.
These people have tiny minds, so they have to make it as basic as possible.
Alec,
Maybe it's because suicidality leads to suicide, you fucking dumb pea-brain piece of shit.
Why am I dancing with that trans person?
I want to see what this Alec thing was, and I'll watch a bit of this thing about lesbian grifter. He talks about someone called Finding Sky, who I actually watched a video or two of. I think she's pretty good. I liked her takes on stuff. Anyway, he gets a bit schizo in this. Apparently, he gets a bit heated, a bit triggered. Oh, at 2:35, he starts screaming. Where are we? 2:23.
And then they kill themselves at the exact same rates because you have zero evidence.
Prove it. No,
Alec,
you prove it. Prove it.
Alec,
show me that the same people being affirmed are the ones killing themselves. I'd love to see that.
The exact same ones are the rates. Alec, and see this.
The exact the people who are being affirmed are the ones killing themselves, right? Prove it.
Yeah.
Prove it.
That's not what I said. I said the rate doesn't.
So that's not the case then, right? So the ones who are being affirmed are not the ones killing themselves. Is that correct? More often, yes.
Yes, and what I just told you.
Okay, let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. If you have a group of people who are suicidal, and you have a group of people of equal number who are
if you like the stream, you should like the stream. Check the links in my description.
Not suicidal, who will have a greater rate of suicide? Just giving your prediction.
Yeah, the prediction's the one that are suicidal.
Interesting. Why is that? Maybe it's because suicidality leads to suicide. You fucking dumb pea-brain piece of shit. Go back.
Yeah, this is how you should behave in a debate. Definitely. I'm glad trans allies are cool with this kind of shit.
To your cave. You hate science.
Alec.
You hate trans people.
Hey, Alec, my point, if you'll listen to it and stop yelling, is yes, they're related stats. That does not mean when
Listen, these idiots think it's like cool and they're like justified screaming at people. It looks so much better. Like listening to the one that's remaining calm, just going on. That person wins. I'm sorry. Being more calm does actually help a fucking lot. Because when someone's getting triggered as fuck and the other person's just talking normally, it makes that first person sound insane. Like, I don't care. These idiots will cope to the ends of the earth. Oh, he doesn't like marginalized groups, so it's all good. I can talk at them as however I want. It's like, yeah, okay, bro.
suicidality gets reported to go down.
Oh, what's he chugging? Holy shit.
You hate science.
Alec.
You hate trans people.
Hey, Alec, my point, if you'll listen to it and stop yelling, is yes, they're related stats. That does not mean...
You hear him like sigh and then take another drink. He had to double dip. That's how stressed he's getting.
When suicidality gets reported to go down, it means suicide completions go down. Suicidality is a self-report stat. It is related.
How does suicide completion happen?
It happens.
Suicidality. We've already established. You just agreed that if you have a group of people who are suicidal and a group of people who aren't, the people who are suicidal will probably...
Like, I'm going to be honest. I don't really know the context. I've skipped through to the bit where he starts spurging. But like, at the same time... Was I like that earlier? I don't fucking know. At the same time, I don't know what the context of this is. But like his argument style, from what I can tell so far, is just playing word games with people. Like, I don't think he knows much about any of this at all. He's listened to some trans people. He's read some studies that aren't as good as he thinks they are probably, but I only know so much, honestly.
How does suicide completion happen?
It happens.
Suicidality. We've already established. You just agreed that if you have a group of people who are suicidal and a group...
By the way, any of my fellow trans people currently watching, don't you just love how people constantly say trans and suicide in the same sentence? Don't we need more of that? I'm so glad allies are the ones helping this out. You know what I'm saying?
Of people who aren't, the people who are suicidal will probably commit suicide more often. Yes?
Yes, and what I just told you.
So suicidality decreasing means that suicides themselves will also decrease. Yes or no?
What I just told you. No, that's not what that means, because
that is what that means. How does that not mean? How is that not what that means?
Because Alec, you're confusing two different concepts. You're confusing suicidality, meaning someone is afflicted by the thoughts that are going to make them kill themselves, and the idea that someone told their doctor in a self-reported survey, "I felt suicidal recently," and you're trying to confuse.
Yeah, he's right. He's trying to make it as basic as possible. Because these people have tiny minds, so they have to make it as basic as possible. Saying I felt suicidal and suicide actual attempts are not the same thing. And the other thing is, how many people might be how many people might be saying that they're suicidal because they feel like they need to give the right answers, that they need to be like, yeah, I was suicidal before and then I started taking hormones or whatever and now I'm not. It's the kind of thing people do. People lie about how bad their shit is so that they'll get help quicker. It's just how it happens. So we can only take so much from people's what's the word, testimony, especially with trans stuff. With trans stuff, it's so much worse. People will be worried that they'll lose their healthcare if they don't maximize how bad it is and stuff. Like, yeah.
Confuse your audience and say those are the same thing. And
how else do you determine if somebody's suicidal? Wait, how else? Wait, I need to know the answer to this. Shut the fuck up. How do you know whether or not somebody is suicidal?
You agreed to let me talk, so I'm going to finish this one sentence, and then I'll let you talk because you talked 80% of it.
Pussy.
Suicidality.
Alec Gunter calling anyone a pussy. Like, fucking hell.
The way you are describing it is a self-reported stat where someone puts it in their form to their doctor and says, I've felt suicidal recently. That's not an objective data point. That is.
He's right. Is this Alexander? Yeah, he's right. That's true.
Something someone can feel one day and stop feeling the next day. And
oh, the LGBT ally thing, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck.
And that's why the only thing your side can show is that self-reported data.
Yeah, the ally stuff, it's got nothing to do with like wokeness. Like they'll be woke as fuck around like the transoids and stuff. Like, that's about it. That's about it.
I felt a little bit happier after my surgery, and you cannot show that there's any objective data that these surgeries helped anyone. Sorry, I'm trying to unmute you.
Does suicidality lead to suicide?
Would you
he's still on this point. He doesn't understand what he's talking about, so he just goes straight back to the same shit he was saying.
To address the point I just made, or would you like to keep making?
I wasn't listening. Does suicidality lead to suicide?
if you're not listening,
it's just word games for him. It's just, I'm just going to pin you into a place where you have to accept something that I said, and then that means I won the debate. Yeah.
What's the point of this,
Alec? Why should I listen to you? You don't.
Yeah, because I'm actually trans. Yeah, true. I hit him up again. I was like, okay, you probably know by now, hopefully, that Leah Thomas did in fact win things, and it's not great. Like, I asked him if he wants to talk about like ally shit and why I think they're bad. So let's see. I don't think he will. I think he'll talk to someone like this because you can shit on them with impunity. Like, I'm not sure. The other thing is, I'm not in his Discord because I joined it to like drop a message being like, hey, do you want to talk sometime? Because that's how it works. And like all his like weird like trender like followers started like fucking picking fights with me and stuff until they banned me. It's like, what the fuck? And I start getting pissy with them because they're getting pissy with me. And it's like, oh, okay, great. Okay, I see how this is. You just protect him from having to talk to anyone that might challenge him. Good.
I don't think that suicidality leads to suicide.
This is what you're explaining to your audience right now is that I debunked your point. You heard it. I know you heard it.
Just yes or no. Does suicidality lead to just
you don't have a good point because you're trying to get.
If you can answer yes or no, okay, I'll make you do. If you can answer.
Didn't he already answer this earlier? But then told him what the issue was.
Yes or no, I will listen. Does suicidality lead to suicide?
How about this?
Answer again. I must have missed the answer. Answer it again. It's probably on me.
Yeah.
Oh, the fake humility. You were just screaming at him a second ago, and you're going to start again.
Would you like me to answer? Because it's going to be a long way to answer again. It's not going to be a yes or no.
It's just yes or no. Does suicidality lead to suicide?
It's not a yes or no answer.
How controlling he is over the conversation. How controlling he is.
Just answered your question with the accurate answer.
Why can't you? Okay, let me just explain a concept.
So, Alec,
the definition.
He's going to tell him something he already knows. This happens so much. Like, it's so annoying. When you get people be like, oh, you probably just, oh, you don't know about this really simple thing that I do know about, it turns out. I'm missing most of chat. I'm so sorry. I am keeping an eye on it, but like, I don't know.
Definition. Do you know
I'm a simple person to deal with. If you talk to me like a human being, you'll probably get a human being response.
Definition of suicide. By definition. By definition.
And I want you to listen to it.
He's not listening to a word he says. He's like, I see this with so many of these like post-Vorsh like losers. All they do is like try and control a conversation to a point where they can get someone to say something. Like there's another video of his. It's like debating the worst transphobe. And he's like, oh, I'm not kidding, this is really bad. And he had to like censor a bunch of stuff. It turned out it was because he kept saying the word rape because he got the other person to make some kind of argument that sounded a bit rapey. So then, or like not denounce rape entirely or something. So then he's just like, oh, because you like rape, right? Like for fucking, I don't know, like half an hour. So like he's having to censor himself because that's what they do. They're just playing tricks. Like he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about at all.
And listen and think, oh, wow. Yeah, that's right. We don't have any objective metrics. We're probably
okay, since you can't answer my very simple question, do
I
you...
didn't answer your question.
Imagine looking at Vorsh and being like, yeah, I want to emulate that. To be fair, he's got almost 500,000 subscribers. So, yeah, who wouldn't?
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You can't answer yes or no. It is literally... Okay.
When you ask a question,
do you believe...
It doesn't provide a yes or no answer.
Maybe I'm not wording this properly for your tiny frontal lobe. Okay, so does suicide... Sorry, god damn it.
And he forgot. This wasn't quite the alpha moment. God, it's like fucking Nominal Naomi or something. She does the same thing as far as I can tell. It's really cringe. If being a stubborn motherfucker is how you win debates, then you're not winning anything, you know?
Does suicidality... The definition of suicidality is that you are at increased risk of suicide, right?
I already answered the question.
Yes or no? The definition of suicidality means that you are at increased risk of suicide. Yes or no?
I get it. I've already answered this point.
Yes,
and I've already answered this question.
You agree?
I didn't say the word yes because you are trying to you're trying to confuse.
That is definitely... So now we're in an education session because you...
How is any of this entertaining? I think this is fucking hilarious.
Don't understand the basic premise of what...
It's about to get good. Apparently he really starts screaming in like less than a minute, so...
Suicidality
you're right.
clearly.
I don't understand,
so
Alec.
suicidality means that you are at increased risk of suicide. Okay? So now that we've established
Alec,
that, if you can take a group of people and...
Like, why does he think? Why does he fucking think? Why does he think this is acceptable? Like, just talk to them like they're a child and explain something to them that they know. The problem is now that he's taken it to the next level and this guy can't understand it. Like, okay, great.
decrease their suicidality. That means that they will not be as likely to kill themselves!
Okay, then prove it. Show that they killed themselves less.
Fucking brain dead piece of shit.
Did he leave? Oh my god, he left.
Show that they killed themselves less.
Oh my god, that's almost as funny as the harmful opinions thing. Oh my god, well done, Alec. Well done. Listen, I really have to talk to this guy sometime. It's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be fucking hilarious. It's not gonna be useful in any way, shape, or form, except the odd fucking hate watcher being like, maybe I should watch that person he's talking to. But at the same time, like, oh my god.
Fucking brain dead piece of shit, I swear to God.
He's so angry. Oh my god. I'm sorry you had to stream for a whole 2 hours, 35 minutes. And you're angry now. Oh, Nominal Naomi fucking sucks. Awful, awful fucking debater. I saw her debating that Sharon... what's her name? Sharon something. The former England Olympian. Sharon Davies? I don't know. Yeah, he quat. He quat the debate. Quatted the debate. Yeah, she debated that. I can't remember what her name is, Sharon something. And she was just being a fucking loser.
God. Oh yeah.
See, you thought I was like seething and like mouthing earlier over the Rose stuff. Let's just see. Yeah, chug your fucking beer, that'll help.
Yeah, I hung up. I couldn't do that anymore. Valid for hanging up. I thought so too.
Valid for hanging up. There we go.
He's gonna edit that debate out of context to look like he won or some shit. Oh, sure, yeah, of course.
See how much he cares. Oh, he's gonna edit it to make it look like he won. Oh no. Oh my god, it tells you everything you need to know. These people care so much about like winning and stuff. It's pathetic. You don't win fucking... You don't win. Yeah, the chats, these people are cultists. This is a cult. There are people that go into his like comments for saying shit like, oh, I used to watch this person and then I matured a bit more and now I watch Alec Gunter. Like, oh my god. Like, I guess they're real people. I'm not sure, but like, fucking hell.
It's terrifying that these people vote. I agree. Are you okay? I'm fine.
Oh, poor baby. Anyway. Lesbian grifter thinks she's one of the good ones. And guess what? It says pick me on the fucking thumbnail. You can't see it, but it says it. That's all they got. Pick me, one of the good ones. You won't get picked. Blah, 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 blah. Amazing.
Media boasting about their transgenderism are the ones transitioning out of a feeling of emptiness and need for validation.
Here we go. Okay, now we're getting to like the trans med shit. This is like trans medical shit.
Trans med? She's a fucking lesbian, but okay.
I'm not an Asmongold fan. I'm not. Promise. I don't watch him. But for some. Oh yeah, it was somebody that I think
What's wrong with Asmongold? He's not that bad, is he?
Denims maybe popped up on my feed, and she was going over like the full Asmongold coverage of it. That's why I know that Asmongold was going over it. So I found the.
Yeah, he won't watch even someone like Asmongold. He has to watch fucking Denims cover it. Denims is a psychopath, by the way. She sucks.
Original video myself. It's called I'm Gay and I Dislike the LGBT Community. It's from a year ago, but it has 2.7.
I'm sure I've watched this as well. Transmedicalism is based, changed my mind. It depends what they believe in. Like the trans brain stuff, I really don't think has much validity to it. And a lot of it seems to be in service of trying to scientifically validate that trans women are in fact women when I just don't think it's out there. But hey, each to their own.
7 million views, and I want to know why.
Like, to this person, transmedicalism is a dog whistle that means this is one of the bad ones. You can shit on them with impunity. You can call them a troon and a tranny.
Okay. Caught in 4K, I know. Asmongold fan. I want to know why this gay person does not like the LGBT community anymore. I think that the LGBT community is fine.
Yeah, because you have a cult based on it. I've seen your community, bro. I've been in your Discord. They're disgusting people.
There's some cringe people, but there's cringe people in every community. Who cares? It's life. Let's see what this person's grievances are.
Pride Month is almost over. Thank God, because if I see another rainbow flag on my feed, I might buy a pack of Skittles and start slingshotting them at my screen.
No, 50.
I'm sure I've watched this original before. I like this video. I thought it was good.
50, man.
My distaste may come as a
What's wrong with the rainbow flags?
You have to see them for a full fucking month, plus all the other times when we're living our lives, aka trying to get as much attention on us as possible. It's beginning to represent something that is leaving a lot of LGBT people behind, because these kind of people who fly this flag tend to be pro things like transing kids and all sorts of other shit. And I don't want to be represented by like the Pride movement. I don't want to be represented by any of those flags anymore. There's a few reasons just off the bat as to why. And I could think of loads more afterwards and kick myself for not including them.
Who cares?
surprise if some people can.
Oh, who cares? Amazing. Who cares? Oh, wow, Alec, I didn't think of that argument. I was just thinking how, like, it really brings me some shame to watch pride parades that are full of, like, perverted shit with this flag that supposedly represents me being held high above the whole thing. But actually what I thought just now is, who cares? Fuck. Why didn't I think of that before? Oh my god.
Considering I'm actually a part of the LGBT community. In case you haven't noticed from my endless references to titties and bossy Latinas in the past 10 videos, I like hot chicks. This is not a coming out video. I mean,
I don't have 2.7 million views. Please blur that.
it's pretty obvious. I don't need a rainbow flag in a teary-eyed video confessing the fact that I like big butts. I cannot lie, but it may be interesting to hear that I'm actually extremely ashamed to be a part of this community. And
Yeah, same. And this fucking straight-ass idiot is not going to listen to why. Everyone in this chat is a bit fucked in the head. That is actually kind of true. if you follow someone who's a bit fucked in the head, then that's the kind of chat you're gonna get. So, hey.
Look, I know we've come a long way. There was a period of time when anyone who was
Probably a grifter. Who? Wow.
Probably a grifter. Why? You haven't even heard what she's saying about why she's ashamed. Just the fact that she's ashamed is enough. Oh no, you're bad. You're out. You're a terrible person. Like, you people are fucking crazy.
Oh, it's not like we have a name for that or anything.
Heterosexual was scrutinized.
What? To be ashamed of your community is grifting? I'll see you later, Zesty. Have a good one. Like, if that's all it takes, then Jesus Christ. Like, no wonder people are turning their back on this shit. Like, is he fucking LGBT? Is he, like, technically a bisexual man or some shit?
Or in severe cases, even killed. And as glad as I am, really ashamed to be a part of this community. And look, I know we've come a long way. There was a period of time when anyone who wasn't heterosexual was scrutinized or in severe cases, even killed.
There are still cases of that, thank you.
It was worse in history, obviously. You fucking idiot. I'm sorry, I need to stop being angry.
And as glad as I am that I can walk down the street holding a girl's hand and not face the scrutiny, I also feel like we've passed the point of acceptance and are now at the point of blatant indoctrination.
Let's go. We're indoctrinating people to be gay. I love it. Let's go.
Has to say
this is what he does. He hears something and then he just takes it to some crazy fucking conclusion. Like, I'm ashamed of my community. Oh, like, what, are you grifting or something? What was this bit? I think people are indoctrinating people into some weird shit. And it's like...
indoctrination.
Let's go. We're indoctrinating people to be gay.
Is that what she said? I didn't hear her say that.
Love it. Let's go.
Has to say these pride parades have gotten disgusting. It's not even about acceptance anymore.
Then don't go to them. It's a
provocative and aggressive public display of hypersexual...
Don't go to one. Why can't gay people have any opinion on the shit that, like... on the shit that represents them? Like, this isn't even his fight as far as I can tell. He's got a fucking wife. Even if he's fucking bisexual. Like, come on, bro.
Sexuality and fetish. What was supposed to be an accepting...
He doesn't want, like, people to have opinions on their own shit. It's, like, gross. It's actually homophobic. Like, he's actually being homophobic here.
In space has turned into a hostile freak show. I didn't go to Pride, never will, unless it's...
Then don't bring your kids there.
Of it.
Listen, if
you don't bring your kids there. It's in fucking public. Like, don't bring your kids there. Why is there this perverted shit anyway? Isn't the point of, like, things like gay pride at least partly to show that there's more to, like, gay shit or, like, gay communities or being gay than just fucking men, which, again, depends on your perspective, sure. But why would we put the sex shit out there for everyone to see? And why, if someone questions it, is your response to be like, oh, well, don't go then, don't bring your kids then? Like, Jesus Christ, I can see why he sucks at debates so badly now. I can see why he gets fucking tilted and runs away. I mean, fucking hell, I might need to find, I don't know if I've shown this before. Pride is about acceptance, which means accepting their weird fucking kink fetishes. Yeah, then I don't want any part in it. Fuck that shit.
Jubilee.
But the thing is, I've been to, like, Pride before. Like, Pride didn't used to be as bad as it is now. I don't think. I could be wrong. I might have had the fucking rainbow glasses on it. At the time, I might have been too soy to care about that shit. But nowadays, it's like, nah. I don't want this perverted shit.
Yes or no?
I wanted to talk about your video.
This is Alec Gunter debating with harmful opinions. We're just going to show you this little bit. Because this is not the first time he's, like, pussied out on a debate.
Yo. Isn't that what we were going to talk about?
The video is about Card and exposing him as a sex pest. So do you agree with that
and
part
it exists as a piece of media.
Video, man.
Do I agree?
Yeah, and listen to him again. He's just trying to force the conversation a certain way. And because harmful opinions isn't immediately going along with what he wants to do, he's just getting pissy and repeating his interrogation tactics, you know?
Why am I wasting my time with you? What do you want to, like, what do you hope to gain out of this? Clout?
Oh my god. He's got more... Harmful Opinions has more subscribers than Alec Gunter, by the way.
Do you see an up-and-comer?
You invited me.
You just want to... Yeah, I did, because clearly you called me out and you wanted my attention.
Who's the up-and-comer?
Me.
Holy fuck. By up-and-comer, do you mean like when Destiny came all over your face on Jubilee? Oh, you left.
So when he says me in response to up-and-comer and he laughs, that's when Alec Gunter, like, clicks the button. Doo-ba-doo. I wish I had his version of it, but it wasn't longer defined. But yeah, funny.
Clout? Do you see an up-and-comer?
You invited me.
You just want to... Yeah, I did, because clearly you
Up-and-comer?
called me out and you wanted my attention.
Who's the up-and-comer?
Me.
And then he leaves. There we go. There we go.
You know that shit's going to be at Pride and you don't want your kids to see it, then don't bring your kids there. I just don't care that much.
But this
If you don't care, why are you talking about it?
is what LGBT is associated with now. It's no
Like, yeah, I find this gross. I'm sorry. Like, what's wrong with that? Why can't we have opinions without some dipshit fucking... Oh, who cares? Just don't go then. Like, no one wants that guy around. No one wants the guy that just fucking dismisses everything. Oh, who cares? Like that. No one wants that guy, man. Especially not whenever he's pressed on anything. He starts screaming and shouting and dipping out of conversations. Like, come on. This is somehow both ends of, like, fucking pathetic. You've got the pussy shit on one end and the fake macho shit on the other. Somehow he manages to combine both. Amazing job. Not many people manage that so well.
no longer associated with peace, love,
Not topless
unity, and
ladies.
tolerance. Instead, it's associated
Listen, for those who don't know, I'm in favor of making it legal for women to be topless in public, okay? Like, it's stupid that guys can do it and women can't. It's not fair at all. Release the titties. Free the titties.
with hypersexualization, provocation,
This is exactly the kind of person that is why I will never get my fucking titties out in public. Not that I want to anyway, but the idea of someone like this, like, looking at me, like, no, go away. Do not fucking look at me.
fetish, and bigotry. I don't know what happened to the days when we would encourage people to accept themselves and make peace with those who disagree with us. Because now we just scream obscenities at anyone even whispering a subtle argument. This community...
A subtle argument like what? Like gay people shouldn't be allowed to get married? Yeah, I'd say that's fair to
Just because you don't know, that doesn't mean that there aren't any.
yell at that person.
weaponize its own labels and use them unfairly, not hesitating to label any opposition as transphobic or homophobic. It's funny because we used to be the ones
Usually,
complaining
yeah.
about intolerance. Two girls holding hands in public were at risk of being fucking shot. They couldn't adopt kids.
They
get
still are
married,
in some
start a family,
places.
so
Like where?
I completely understand why we spent
That's still
so
a
many
problem.
years fighting for
Wait. So she says, she makes an allusion to, like, there being arguments for something. There being more nuanced arguments. And he's like what? And then when she says something else, he's like, well, there's still places they can get shot in. Like, well, yeah, technically, I guess there is. But, like, are you seriously going to say that 2024 America is worse for gay people in any way, shape, or form than, like, 1950 America or something like that? I just find that hard to believe. I'm sorry.
tolerance, but we have it.
But any Muslim country, yeah. But I mean, like, what would Muslim countries have to do with this?
Now. And ever since we've been shown
Wait, no,
tolerance,
we don't. Have you been on Twitter lately? Like, holy shit, the shit they're posting. Usually, yeah.
complaining about intolerance. Two girls holding understand why we spent
That's still
so
a
many
problem.
years fighting for tolerance, but we have it now. And ever since we've been shown
Wait, no,
tolerance,
we don't. Have you been on Twitter lately?
Twitter is not the world. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember what it was, but if you look into the statistics, there's really not as many people using Twitter as you think there are. There's really only so many people. Like, this is like, we're going to Twitter. You're going to go to one of the worst places on the internet. Yeah, there probably is fucking transphobia and homophobia on there. Twitter isn't the world, man.
Like, holy shit, the shit they're posting there is akin to Nazi Germany. Like, it's disgusting. There's still a deep problem with transphobia and homophobia, especially transphobia. Like, transphobia is a huge problem lately. This person's probably like, I don't know about a...
Yeah, like, I bet he's never spoken out about Islam in any way, shape, or form. These guys love to hate on, like, Christianity, but Islam, not so much.
TERF, because I doubt she identifies as a feminist, but probably transphobic, right? Like, has to be. Here, let's scroll through her history
She's
a little.
just doing what she said. Oh my god. People just label you transphobic instead of listening. That's exactly what he just did. Well done proving her point. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm questioning fucking Alec Gunter's, like, self-awareness. That's a self-answering question, I guess. But, you know.
Bit her posting history. I want to be religious, but I'm gay and I dislike pride. Oh, from 4 months ago. Yeah, this one's got more views. Okay, nothing about trans people. I don't know, maybe she'll bring it up in the video. We'll see.
we're now the ones refusing
Because if you don't like pride, you have to be, like, a transphobe as well. It doesn't work that way. You're not listening to her arguments and instead just applying a fucking thing. What she said that's transphobic. I'm the trans person here. Why am I the one being like, no, I don't think that is transphobic? Why is this guy the one saying, yeah, I think this is transphobic because she doesn't like pride? Like, what?
to reciprocate it. We've now become the side that is intolerant.
Another man telling her, a woman, fuck me. All this comes down is yet another man telling a woman her opinion is invalid. Yep, very much.
Into opposing beliefs.
I do not tolerate intolerance. If your opposing belief is that gay people shouldn't be allowed to be married, yeah, I don't tolerate you.
The script
Sorry.
is flipped completely, and it's not for the better. See, back in the day when I was a little G rolling up on my Heelys trying to finesse the hoes, I didn't even know what gay was, much less what trans was. I grew up in the South, the deep South, like frogging, gator hunting, Confederate flag South. I thought LGBT stood for let's go beer tasting. I didn't know a single gay person in my life, and I didn't have a phone or any type of social media to be exposed to it either. And yet somehow I looked like this. Yeah, that 7 or 8 year old me dope slinging and pimping since 01, baby. My idol, if you can't tell, was Rob Deerdeck. And let me tell you, I got made fun of all the time. If only I had $1 for every time someone asked me, are you a boy or a girl? Why do you dress like a boy? And I would always get so pissed off when people would call me gay, because at the time, I didn't know that I was gay. So I would just be standing there like...
He has to tell his editor what to do. He has an editor.
What the f*** are you even talking about? I'm none of these things that you're calling me. It wasn't...
By the way, this is actually a bit of a tell. It seems like a nothing point, but he doesn't watch his own stuff. He doesn't listen to himself back. So like... how the fuck he knows, how the fuck he develops or anything like that. Like God knows. There's no need to reflect. There's no need to actually listen back to the shit you made. Just fucking, yeah, there we go. Fucking hubris it and somehow get 27k subscribers. Jesus, embarrassing.
It wasn't until I was going into high school that I realized, oh...
Sorry I'm not commenting much, but I don't have like much to add here. Like she's just going over her life story, so I'll let her cook, I guess.
Oh shit. I like tits. Everyone around me knew before I knew. The reason I'm telling you this story is so that you're aware that I wasn't acting or pretending or trying to fit a label or any of that bullshit. I never dressed like a boy out of opposition for tradition. I never did it in pursuit of being unique. As cringy as it sounds, I was genuinely just being myself. My interests were never in Barbies or playing house. I wanted to play basketball and build Lego City. I was never constantly in my head thinking, oh, if I do this masculine thing, then this feminine. No. What 8-year-old kid thinks about that? For an 8-year-old...
It's funny because she's exactly describing like what trans people have been trying to say since forever. Is that they're not sitting here like calculating in their brains, like, you know, trying to go against the grain or like get one over on people. Like, no, they just are acting like themselves.
Yeah, obviously. But you seem to think that there's plenty of other people out there who do that. So like, I don't know. Do you want like fucking well done on correctly hearing something and correctly fucking summing up a point? But you can't do it yourself. So like, what's the point? What's the point in being able to see it in others if you can't see it in yourself?
You know, I'm just throwing that out. I'm not saying this person's transphobic. I don't know. If I had to venture a guess, I'd...
You've already fucking called her transphobic.
Say she probably is, but...
If you had to guess whether someone's transphobic, why guess? Oh my God, this guy fucking sucks, man. Let's just do a random... I need to fucking stop this.
No problem. It's really not. You know what it is? Neo-Nazism, okay? There are a lot of young men coming up and learning that it's okay to be a neo-Nazi. That's a real problem. A real societal problem all across the globe. Not this bullshit. It's just not a problem.
Become so desperate for approval.
Exactly,
and
axolotls.
These people look attention hungry and childish. It's like they're desperate for the whole world to accept and integrate their worldview. But that expectation is frankly unrealistic and juvenile.
We don't even
cherry picking clips. Yeah, she's showing an example, you fucking donut.
Know what that person said. They could have been spitting.
My sexuality is not a core part of my identity. I don't...
Okay, some people it is.
Purposely flaunt it. I don't...
Oh, that's all he has. Yeah, well, some people are. Who cares? Like, just blankly fucking contradict. It's just Torrent. This guy's Torrent. I've just realized. This is Torrent. Is American slightly more able to actually speak Torrent? Does Alec know what a false analogy is? Should we tell him? I don't think Alec knows much of anything except how cool he thinks he is.
That you are proud to be gay means that you are running against the history of abuse that the queer community has faced.
Oh my God, he's so stupid, man. He's so stupid. That doesn't mean everyone has to be proud. That doesn't mean that if someone's ashamed that it's a bad thing. Like, fuck me. What an absolute fucking weapon.